Hey everyone, it's Presley and ActOutGames.com here. Today is Sunday, which is obviously the end early wrap-up day, but my panel is today, so I am actually in street clothes, which I rarely ever wear to a con, but today is mostly panel-centric, so we're going to do the panel and then maybe hang out for a little bit, and then go home and maybe do some other stuff today.
Alright, so maybe we'll try and wrap up cosplay scavenger hunt?
Yeah.
Because we saw plenty, who did we see? Oh, we saw,
Obviously a lot of people.
we saw Hunter Hunter. Oh, there's Wayne. We saw Hunter Hunter, but then we didn't take a picture. So let's see if we can find another Hunter Hunter and take a picture, yeah? And then we'll do the panel, and then we'll go home. Then we got other cool stuff to do, yeah?
Yeah, I don't know.
We got a surprise for Cooper. Yeah, and he'll be surprised when we get home. We just bought it.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
So, continuing our cosplay scavenger hunt, we found something that's not technically Dirt Gently, but we found a corgi sticker, and that counts enough for me. So we are going to check that out. So we found something that's close enough to Dirt Gently. What if they had a black cat too?
That was also a Hammerhead chart.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was neither a cosplay nor actually from Dirt Gently, but we're totally gonna take the win on that and call that our check. We're gonna check the box for the Dirt Gently cosplay.
I'm wearing a yellow jacket, not like a dark yellow jacket, just a general yellow top and a black tie, and I got really excited because I'm like, wow, it's Dirk, and it was just I think it was from Oran High School Host Club. That's hard to say for me. It was actually that, and I got really upset because I thought it was Dirk, and it was not.
Yeah, so we finally managed to stagger into the arcade, and it's not as loud as it was yesterday, so we played a little bit. It's still loud, yeah. So I played a little old school Galaga.
I'm really bad at it.
I was plowing towards the high score, and I said, hey, Presley, do you want to try it out? And then like 8 seconds later, like 3 guys had been lost already.
Yeah, I'm so bad at it. You should not have done that.
It was pretty remarkable. Like you have to try to die that fast, that many times.
I'm terrible.
Like that may be a skill in and of itself.
It's a skill. I'm skilled at losing games.
That's like your talent, is dying in Galaga rapidly. Okay, so we're just chilling out a little bit before the panel, and so Presley was going to try. You never know when you go into a panel room what's going to happen.
Right.
Especially if you're taking a lot of audience questions. Like they tend to be pretty interactive, and so you never know what people are going to ask about. You never know even what the moderator is going to ask or where the conversation is going to go. But you have to sort of mentally prepare a little bit for the things you want to talk about. So do you want to talk about what you're prepared to talk about?
Well, we were told that we were probably going to talk about the bathroom bill, so I'm prepared to talk about that. I have a lot of
Did you do research?
On the bathroom bill specifically? There's research as in pinging my friends for stories? Yes,
okay.
I did. I have a bunch of stories from her and just like generally living in North Carolina after the bathroom bill passed. I'm really excited to have those stories. As well as I might try and bring up restricted mode, which is one of the big issues that's going on currently. So those are the main 2 things that I want to bring up if I'm doing anything. If I get to speak, there are a couple topics. And what I usually do on panels is I just let the conversation go where it goes. If something pops up, if I need to say something, then I will. And
yeah, I think you'll probably talk a little bit about generational differences.
Yeah, generational differences. There's definitely really big ones. My arm is too small. But there are definitely generational differences. Because according to the news articles I found, millennials are the gayest generation.
That may not be what they meant.
Well, no, that's what they meant. That was entirely what they meant. I read the article. That was great.
Yeah, so we'll talk about generational, we'll talk about like geek culture and how geek culture impacts people's ability to find themselves. Like Presley, the video we did about using YouTube to find your identity and sort of find people that you can relate to and help you understand yourself. I think that'll probably be part of the conversation. But it's just going to be a matter of seeing what comes up. And being like Presley's really good at keeping on her feet and talking and having a conversation she's not totally prepared for. So that's what we'll see. I'm going to shoot as much as I can. I think I'm going to set the big camera up on a tripod and shoot kind of the panel, and we maybe take this one up there with us and shoot a little bit of the just us. Like I don't know, this is one of the kinds of panels that you probably won't shoot the audience. Yeah. Because people may be there to get information and sort of learn more and may not want people to know that they really want to show them. So we probably won't shoot the audience just to keep that a safe space. Yeah, well, we can shoot us, the panelists, and what we're talking about and stuff, but yeah, we want to keep everything in there nice and safe space. And sometimes cameras make people nervous, and so we feel safe. we'll shoot ourselves and maybe some little panels here and things. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, Colorado Anime Fest 2017. Woo!
Is it really afternoon?
Yep. This is what did you name this panel? Because you added some words onto it.
This panel always has a different name. I think this one was called Queer Geeks and Our Allies, the LGBTQ+ / SAGA panel.
Ooh.
Because I like SAGA, but I don't think we're quite ready to just switch to it, so I just used both.
Oh, cool.
So people knew what it was about.
Instead of reducing letters, you added.
Awesome. And for those of us who are old, like me, what does SAGA mean?
Sex and gender...
Acceptance.
I think it's sexuality and gender.
Sexuality and gender acceptance.
Oh, I like that.
Thank you, Presley.
Thank you for that. We have to ask Presley for that.
Presley's got the stuff going on.
All right, I like it because it's just a little bit more encompassing. But
Cool.
I'd like to switch to it, but I think we got to make it gentle first.
Yeah, you gotta.
People don't know what it is. Exactly, you didn't know what it was. So.
I had no idea.
I mean, you know literally what a saga is.
Yes.
That's part of the reason.
Yeah.
Okay,
This
Greek saga.
this fight feels like a song.
It does.
It's one, it could be like the Twilight Saga.
No.
I think there's a slightly better plot.
Hello guys, gals, and non-binary pals. I am Presley, and I identify as a homosexual aromantic, and my gender is really loud screaming. Yes. Oh yes, and I have a YouTube channel called ActOutGames, where I do daily vlogs, as well as an educational channel called Bite Size DDM.
Check it out.
YouTubes, on the tubes. Yeah, so I'm her dad. So she kind of has to go first. So I'm here, like, if there are any questions about her for parenting, and we did a coming out video on the YouTube channel several months ago now. I don't know how long it's been. Yeah, it's been a few months. So it was just her and I sort of sitting down and having a conversation about it. We've got a pretty good reaction, and people seem to be pretty positive about it. And we worked for it's probably 6-8 months before we shot that video, talking about it as a family, kind of figuring out how we wanted to go and what we wanted to do with it. But yeah, Presley is definitely of the group that went and saw the Ghostbusters remake. It was we both came out of there being, man, Holtzman was so cute. And so yeah, it's ever since then it's been sort of a sure thing, right? Yeah, there'll be a whole generation of people that like relates to the Ghostbusters reboot as their origin story. That's what we've talked about quite a bit. Yeah. So yeah, I'm here to talk about any of those things.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think my origin story was Buffy the Vampire Slayer. That was when I think I first realized there was something wrong with, the way I was. My name's Kieran Strange. I'm a musician, LGBTQ+ activist, artist, soon to be novelist, I hope. So yeah, that's actually something I just announced this morning in an interview randomly because I was tired and decided to. I'm writing an LGBTQ+ novel, which I'm really stoked about because I I've always used fandom to sort of work through my gender issues and my sexuality issues. I identify as a trans guy, pansexual. The last time you saw me, actually, Brian helped me remember, the last time we did this panel was when I decided to use male pronouns. So it was after the panel, I was like, yeah, male pronouns.
It was in this room.
It was in this, I was like, I think this feels right. So yeah, thank you guys for that, for being my push. A lot of my work these days is, especially the way our politics are now in this country. I feel weird because I feel like I'm one of you because I spend so much time down here and I have way more American friends than I have Canadian or anywhere else in the world. So I definitely feel like I'm one of you right now, and I feel like with somebody like Pence in the White House, things might get a little scary for us as a group. So my goal this year is to just tour, write music, really kind of help be an activist, really help people like Presley and any of you who are living as LGBTQ+ people in America. That's sort of what Dave and I are planning to do, is to just tour and be positive influences and try and encourage and help you guys and just help you fight for what's right. I do a lot of political stuff on my Twitter. I do have a second Twitter. If you are the kind of person who tweets politically, you can follow it. It's @CapToTheLeft, as in Captain America. And I tweet angrily with a Captain America avatar. It's fun. just so I don't drown out my main feed. But yeah, I'm sort of here representing the sort of transgender side of things and sort of pseudo-moderating. And yeah, I'm super excited to have you two on the panel because you were in the audience last year and Presley just had, like, we walked out there and we were like, how is Presley a robot that was built to like charm people into being okay with all this stuff? Because she's like, she opens her mouth and it's like a 26-year-old is talking. So yeah, thank you guys for being on the panel. I really appreciate it.
We've seen a real evolution over the past, 8 months or so so Presley's family, my parents and my wife's parents are from Tennessee and Texas.
Oh my gosh.
And so we have had a lot of conversations that Presley hasn't been a part of to try and sort of lay ground rules but it starts with like shock and the typical she's too young, like
to know,
she's too young to know. Like we had all of those conversations.
I bet you get that all the time.
No, she gets that a lot, right? And we talked in our video about sort of the weird double standard of even like in the community, you'll have someone that if you talk to someone who's 30 who says, I knew when I was 6, everybody's like, oh, that's awesome, that's so cool, you knew who you were. But when you talk to, you hear about a 10-year-old saying, I know, they're like, oh, it's too young, there's no way you know. Like we run into that, we run into that a lot. But we've seen like after the shock though, we started having conversations.
That's good.
And people were reaching out and not everyone, certainly by any stretch of the imagination, but people were changing their minds because they know Presley and they love Presley and they're, quite frankly, they want to be a part of Presley's life, and they weren't going to be.
They have to accept her.
If they were going to be, that's exactly right. And as they get, more accepting of that, and when we've talked about it, like I don't know, we do the same thing with travel, like getting around the world and meeting people in different cultures and different religions and different ideologies. You just start seeing more and more that we're way more the same than we are different, right? And that's what we're always trying to teach Presley, and we see that come out in her family that people I never thought would have been converts have come around and been okay with it.
I think it's different when it hits your family.
Of course it is.
Yeah, and suddenly
that story plays out all the time.
Yeah, and suddenly it becomes like not this like dirty perverted thing that's happening. It's like this is our granddaughter, and it's like it becomes like a family thing. But our granddaughter's not perverted and weird, so maybe gay people are okay.
It takes a while. Like they do both.
There's
of
like
those.
connect the dots in their brain.
They do build the wall between Presley and everyone else in the community for a little while, and then slowly that has to kind of come down.
And that's fine. Like, and that's the thing is like as a transgender person, like I understand. Like I said this in my interview this morning that every group has its little crazy sect that are way too extreme, and sadly, like a lot of the people who I meet have run into that crazy transgender sect who are militant. And it's that's not how I like to do this. I like to do this as like a very open and honest person. Like I like to, and it's not for everybody, but I'm the kind of person who doesn't really care if I'm asked something. So I kind of put myself out there as an open book and say like, hey, if you have a question, just ask. Like whatever, even if it's about my bits, I don't care. Just ask the question because I want you to be a better ally. I want you to understand like a little more about what's going on with me, so you can kind of marry that to other people. Like you were saying, like no, once they understand what's going on with Presley, they can understand like, oh, okay, this is sort of what this community is.
So like there is kind of a thing where a lot of people will say like, why can't we all just be people? But the thing is like, a lot of people feel really attached to their labels, and there's a who's philosophical.
Yeah, don't worry about whose it is. Yeah.
There is a philosophical.
Phil. Phil. Yeah, Phil. That's his name.
Yeah, Phil. He's the thing. Where it says like you have to have a word for something to be able to think about it properly. So labels will really help with that because you can be like, wow, yay, I am the resident YouTuber. I was actually looking at restricted mode on my phone earlier. And
so explain the situation for
them. Yes, anyone that doesn't know what restricted mode is YouTube recently added a restricted mode for people who like don't want their kids watching people who are very, what's the word, sweary a lot.
Libraries and schools use it a lot.
Yeah,
just to make sure it's all kids safe.
Yeah.
Kids safe and kid friendly, like Google does.
Yeah.
Yes, and one of the things that has recently popped up with restricted mode is that a lot of like SAGA, I'll just use SAGA, people's channels have been censored, and when you go into restricted mode, and if you get flagged, you don't earn revenue off those videos anymore.
So like YouTube's recommendation is to turn on restricted mode and search for one of your videos to see if it shows up or not.
That'd be interesting.
So there's no notification, there's nothing.
So apparently LGBTQ content is now akin to swearing and sexual content.
But so this, I mean, it ties back exactly to what we were talking about before with exposure and learning the terms and being able to understand and think about and relate
They
to
don't
it.
want allies
You're
to be
taking it
able to
away,
search.
right?
Yeah. That's what it is.
I was actually kind of looking at it on the car on the way here, with some videos that I saw posted on Tumblr, like knowing they were restricted. And there's a video that I unfortunately couldn't find at all, but it's a picture. It's a video of a cat with next to a gay flag for 15 seconds to see if YouTube restricted it, and they did.
Yeah, that video was restricted.
Oh, wait, you posted it?
No.
Somebody posted it? Oh my gosh.
Just to test and see what the thresholds were.
And they used gay in the title, so that's what I'm thinking is that they're picking up, like their sensors are like, that's a gay, it's not good. Yay, that's so cool.
Panel's over.
Oh, I'm talking to you.
Yeah, what'd you think?
It was so cool. I had a really, really great time, and I super much. Yeah, that's good English. And I enjoyed it so much. Yeah, I'm just. It went by so fast.
It did go fast.
Still processing it.
Yeah. So you probably just watched some video of it. Kieran's amazing. So if you're not following Kieran and multiple, like again, down links in the doobly-doo to Kieran's social media stuff, and check out her music video stuff. That's really awesome. I was watching them at work on Friday. It's really cool. Yeah. Music video. There's some really cool music videos out there that Kieran did. Yeah, cool. So I think we're gonna head out actually.
I got a water bottle.
Presley's favorite part of being on a panel is that they give you water. And there has not yet been a panel that Presley has been on where the label has stayed on the water bottle, even by the time the panel starts. Like even by the time the clock gets there, she sits down and she starts like, and so sometimes you have to take the water bottle away because she's just doing this into the microphone for the first 5 minutes of the panel. And so you kind of have to slide it, you move it away from her.
Yeah, I took the label off very quickly.
Yeah, but no label has survived a panel with Presley
I
yet.
don't like having labels on my water bottle. I don't know why, I just don't.
Are you anti-label, Presley? We just talked about how important labels are.
The thing that wraps around the water bottle, and I don't like it.
I'm like all dad jokey all of a sudden for the past like week.
I know.
I don't know what's going on. I have no idea what's going on. I'm making horrible fun jokes. Okay, so let's go get packed up and go home and do some home stuff. Let's go make a Japanese video. Yeah, we'll give Cooper his con swag. Yeah, all right. Later, guys.
Yeah, tell me when I can open them.
So it was an anime con, which meant they had a lot of Japanese stuff. Is there anything Japanese that you really like that you'd like to have?
I don't know.
That we got when we were in Japan? And we brought back home some. You like it? It's from Japan. Okay. What is it?
Pocky!
No, go show mommy.
Can I have some?